Hello, welcome to the video guys. This is my fully automatic 6-crop farm. It's quite a big boy, but it's very reliable. We get bread, carrots, potatoes, beets, pumpkin and melon. You do get these various other bits, but yeah, that just go into your overflow, stuff like that. We have 4 pods here with a melon and pumpkin farm in the middle. Basically when the farmer's inventory is full, they will throw it to the other guy leading into the water stream. Now I have done some testing and this is farm number 3 and I'll show you the reasons why. So this was the first design. It was a rail design. Basically it would only have 4 villagers, and once their inventory is full, the hopper minecart would collect the items. And the carrots and potato guys seem to hoard all of the items. So we only got 4 coming out of this. I did think the plan was quite good because we had the 4 individual and melon and pumpkin on the side, and obviously the water will go where the glass is. But once I run into them problems, I knew it was design 2. So we come up with design 2. I'll just load it up quick. And this one had quite a bigger storage system. I'll just take that off because it's quite jarring. But yeah, this is where we stepped up to having 8 villagers, and they would just throw the items into the stream. But this design had a small problem. The farmers were too close to the other farmers. We had some disconnection problems. So you can see the carrot guy froze. That's absolutely fine. But the wheat guy is just standing here. And you'll see in a minute, he actually loses his job. When they go in these far corners, this beetroot guy, you can see the particles just there. So the beetroot guy and the wheat guy have changed stations because they're so close. Brings me on to farm number 3, is which I'll be showing a tutorial today. It doesn't matter whether these guys are looking at each other. I have put solid blocks there and their workstations in front. But yeah, these seem to work more reliable. As you can see, this one's getting carrots, I believe, and the guy's not even looking at him. So I'll take this block away and you can see. But it's not like Java where you need eye contact. He's turned round. So it's still working. No one disconnects or attaches to other workstations. So for the tutorial, you want to start with chests. Go in a line 6 long, and we want 3 high. You can make these double chests for later on, but for now I'll just be doing single. We want to run hoppers into the back of these, so 1 hopper into each of these chests. Once you've got that, off the top row you want a line of solid blocks. On top of these blocks we want to place comparators, and make sure they're not like this. So from this block we want to go up and out. So if we keep this shape, we want to go down and out again. We knock out these 2 blocks and place a block here. We have to continue the lines, so just mimic what is there. Do the top row, and this row will actually get replaced with glass. So put our redstone down. Place your glass back and place redstone on top. Now down here you want to put 2 high, 1 obsidian, and place pistons coming all the way across. So 6 pistons, and place 1 more obsidian. That will cap the pistons, and place redstone torches underneath. We just need a line of hoppers going into the comparators, so make sure they're not going into the hoppers, so they're directed at the comparators. Like so. Now 1 block away from the end, just pillar up so we can put a line of hoppers into it. and we want to go one past both of the edges. So one past here, and we want a hopper going into that. Okay, so we can put a chest the other side as long as it's one over the sorting system, and that's the perfect size we need. So on the top of the hoppers here, we want to go 8 glass blocks, and it will go halfway across the chest. Then come to the hopper, place a block, and we want to build around so this creates a water stream. We can remove that block afterwards. So the total length of this would be 10 at the top, and it would have 8 glass blocks going across the hoppers. Okay, you can take them corners out because this is the bit we need. So once you're looking like this, we want to get some blue ice and just place one down, put a couple of buttons and 2 water sources. This will flush all the items through the sorting system. Watch carefully because we need to run 4 water streams into this water stream. So place a block here in line with the hoppers, miss a gap and place another block. Do the same to the other end. So basically a block, miss a gap, and another block. So if we get 4 of these in, we can make these into water chutes. So from here, go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on the 9th block, just lift it up like that. Okay, so the water will travel 8. So once again, go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the 9th block, pillar up. Okay, do this to the other sides. Basically, we want from these blocks that we pillared up just to make the water stream. And then place a water source in each of these corners. We're going to need a dispenser on this block of every water stream. And we'll do the redstone later, but we'd need a hopper going into that. Just higher up these walls, so it's the same height as the dispenser. You can go straight across. Like so. So place a hopper in the top of each dispenser, and we're going to have to make our plots coming off of each of these. So watch carefully. Come off of each corner, so that farm will be over there, that farm will be over in this corner, this farm obviously in that corner, and this one right over here. So come from this corner, come out 4 and place a bottom slab from the hopper. So 4 away from the farm, a bottom slab, and do 4 more. Okay, so around the slab, just do 4 in each direction. And this is one farm. Now all the farms need to be separate. So it means the farmer has a closest person, and the closest person will be the one over our water stream. So from this one, 4 blocks again. Bottom half slab and 4 more blocks. So if we make these crosses on each corner, you will want to fill them in. They will be full platforms, but I'm just showing you right now how separate they have to be. Just get all 4 of them in and fill them in. I'll show you one of them and you can get the others prepared. So just fill this in. Put a water source there and till. Okay, do that to the other 3 platforms. So we got 4 platforms all looking the same. So once you've got something like this, the next step is very important. So the rails, if they're pointing towards the farm, they need to be redirected. So put a block, another rail, so the rail turns, and then we can put the hopper minecart on. This means that the villager cannot push it. We want 2 high walls around all of these farms. Let me clear that weather. Basically we want a trapdoor over that, and then glass on the other side. So I may have done this one a bit weird. I'll show you on another one exactly how to do it. So from the hopper, you want to come out 2, go up 2, and then place a block on each side. So we've got this little capsule. Okay, so if that wasn't clear, I'll show you again. But we got to repeat that for all of them. You can do it this way, so put 2 blocks on the hopper. And then obviously place your glass walls around. You can remove the glass from the hopper. Alright, so do the walls around, remove this bit over the hopper, place a trapdoor, then this. If your rail goes towards the farm, which is bad, we need it turning off to the side. So place a block there, break, another rail, and it will be turned. Alright, replace your block, put your hopper minecart there, and that is prepared. Now off the hopper, come out 2 blocks, go up 2, and then 1 each side. So we've got this pod, okay? So if we have that for all 4 farms, get the glass walls around. So once you got your 4 platforms with glass around, the next stage is villagers. You will want to get your farmers sorted one at a time. So this is very important. So get all of your crops in, whether you're doing seeds, wheat in this, beet, carrots, potatoes, get them in now. And then do your farmers one at a time. So this is how I'd like you to set up the farmers. You'll do this one, make sure he's locked in, and then we'll go over to the next ones, and then the next ones. Alright, so none of them will ever link up with a different workstation. So do this properly, please. Composter. Put a light source on top so we get no mobs. Make sure you got some emeralds on you, and at this stage you want to get your villager in. Okay, I'll use eggs because I'm in creative. But get a villager in. He may not link, so grab a bed. Put that beside, and he will link. But we want him to keep this job. Leave the bed in the furthest corner. So he's got his bed and he's got his station. Alright, and the others will be too far for him to even bother with. Come to this guy and do 2 trades. So he is locked in as a farmer with this bed. Okay? And then go on to the next farmer. So he's all sorted. We want to put our composter down with our light source on top. And this guy will probably link up straight away, but he will need a bed in the far corner. So once again, this is his workstation because it's close to him. That's his bed because it's close to him. Link up, thank you. And then we'll do a trade with him. Okay, so no other bed or no other workstation is going to be closer to this guy. Alright, this is his stuff. So lock him in. Make sure you get them done in systematically like this. So you get your 3rd farmer in. And make sure all of their beds are in the corners, far corners. So this guy can't link to the other bed. Alright? And make sure you do the trades to lock them in. Because we will be having 4 other villagers, which we don't want them to change jobs with. We want to put a glass roof over these, because these would have probably took a long time to sort out. So we don't want them changing to witches. So put glass roofs over the top of them. And we move on to the next stage. So once all 4 roofs are on, we want to get our guys in. The other guys that they're going to be throwing. So once again, we want to do this kind of systematically. So you want to put 1 in and lock him into a different job. We obviously don't want a farmer, so I'm going to place a barrel. And I do actually move this barrel up on top of the trapdoor in front of him. I thought that it made a difference, but once again, lock him in. So he's a fisherman. He will never change as a farmer. Okay, so we can get another guy in here. Put his barrel down. But we whack him in and make sure you've done a trade with him. Okay, so you never swap with your farmers. We can close him up, and we can put beds for these two guys. So it doesn't matter who links to what, they're not going to get out and sleep. It just may help with delinking of the farmers and stuff like that. So just leave these two with beds and then do the other side, but make sure you trade with the guys. Alright, so you can use whatever, but do not use composters as the other guys' workstations. So a bit more redstone and all the items should be spitting out. This is quite easy setup, but you will need to follow every step. So come from the dispenser 2 blocks out. Alright, so from the second block we want a piston coming down, obsidian, a redstone torch, and the block on top of the piston take off. We want to put a comparator there, and then 2 blocks coming from the bottom, so where the piston, like this bit, so 2 off there, 3 off of the obsidian, and 3 more. Okay, if you've done this right, you would have a 1 block gap in between both of these. Alright, I'm going to do the next one so you can see. We need a repeater here, 1 redstone, we want a comparator with the button clicked, so the light's on, and then redstone. So that's drop of 1 done, and then 2, you would go from dispenser, come over 2, get your piston, come under, put your obsidian, redstone torch, move the block above the piston, put your comparator, 2 blocks coming from the piston, 2 blocks coming from the obsidian, and another 2, so you've got that 1 block gap. Alright, we need this. Place a repeater, 1 redstone, comparator with the button pressed, and then 4 redstone, 5 redstone. Okay, so do that to the other 2 sides, so we've got 4 of these dropper systems set up. So once all 4 of them are in, so grab some items that will not be going through the farm. For this I use obsidian, but just rename an item. Put 4 in these slots, and then a stack of bread. When obsidian in these slots, and then a stack of carrots. Obsidian, potatoes, but make sure it's in this line, the hopper line, what goes into the comparators. And once again, just fill these up. We want to put our melon and our pumpkin because we're going to do that farm in a sec. Make sure you get 4 items in and then a stack. Then we'll go through to the bottom chest, and that is your filters all set up. Alright, so any items come down, anything that's not in the sorting system will go in the overflow. So we should have 23 in each one of these. Okay, so I'm going to build the melon and pumpkin farm, and we'll come back to this and see what it's earned. Final bit of the farm now, and as you can see, it's spitting out some goods. Like I said, I did move the barrels to in front of the guys because I thought it was causing a problem, or it would cause a problem. But as you can see in testing, the guys have turned around and it was still working. So it's because he is the closest person to that farmer. There is no other closer person. So he just tries to throw it to him regardless. Alright, so as you can see, he's turned around and he's still getting carrots. I'd place the workstations in front potentially to turn them around, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's get on with the last bit of the farm. Round to this hopper line here, the top hopper, and extend by a few, 3. Come to the left hand side and build a cross. Extend by a block and go up. Remove these 2 blocks, and on the right hand side we want to go out 4 more blocks and we want to create a 10 by 5 platform. But we want this shape for the returning mechanism. So extend by say 4 blocks. We will extend that so it's in line. We want a row of levers under here. So under the 3rd row you want levers. So let's just make our platform. It'll be 10 by 5. And we can bring it back round here. So this is to house the rails. And yeah, this one needs extending one more. So let's fill this in. So that's the 5 width. I think that one's at the end there. And I've got to put one more on this end here. So just extend this end, and remember under the 3rd blocks we want to put levers. Okay, coming back to this, so we're just going to sort the rails out. You want to come to this block and place 2 powered rails and a normal rail there. So if we turn, we'll be able to put our levers under here. So all of this row needs to be powered. Alright, so when we continue the rail there, it will just be powered rail. And then we can turn it at the ends. Okay? So bring it over and then powered rail. And snake this to the end. But for here, we want to put a comparator in this block here. And a repeater facing on this block here. Alright, put a redstone torch under this, and that will automatically drop off all the drops. So continue your rail to the end and block it up. Once your rail's done, you want to place a temporary platform of dirt. I say temporary, this will be permanent, but for now you may remove some, so we won't use water, but just fill over these rails with dirt. In a checkered board pattern, place observers, so 2 high, place a temporary block, place your observer. And in a checkered board pattern, you're going to want to place dirt and then another observer and dirt. And make this pattern throughout the whole platform. And like I say, you may want to remove some of these because the next stage is to put pistons facing down. But basically you want to fill in all the dirt with pistons. Okay, fill that in, but keep the checkered board pattern. So once you got your whole platform all looking down, you can complete your dirt, put that back in. So you got your platform, and on the sides we're going to want to put the water. So if we just come to a side, we place 2 bottom half slabs. We can just place some dirt around it and that will hold in the water. We do this on this side and do the same on the other side. You want to till the dirt underneath the observers, and it's easy to follow because it's in a diagonal pattern like so. So till all your dirt like this. You want to put your melon and pumpkin seeds in. And you will need to bone meal the stems so you can see these green kind of stems. Place a line of glass around the observers just to keep all the pumpkins in. And place solid blocks above all of the observers. Place redstone on the back of the pistons. And the farm's done. You just need to put a minecart underneath. And when there's items in the minecart, it will automatically drop them off. The farmers have been dropping items since we started building, so let's go and check on what they've dropped. So there's quite a few crops here. Carrots, potatoes. That's actually really good. That hoe was actually mine. I dropped it. But yeah, as you can see, it's working. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Leave a like if you do, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.